Imagine a young boy, gazing at the endless horizon. This was Christopher Columbus, born in Genoa, Italy in 1451. From a young age, he was fascinated by the sea and the mysteries it held. The sea called to him, whispering tales of adventure and uncharted lands. He devoured stories of Marco Polo's travels to the east, dreaming of distant places and exotic cultures. Columbus dreamt of finding a new sea route to Asia, a shortcut to the riches of the Orient. He believed that by sailing west, he could reach the east faster than the established land routes. At that time, Europeans craved exotic spices, silks, and gold from the east. These goods were highly prized and commanded great value. Land routes were long and dangerous, fraught with bandits and harsh terrains. Columbus believed he could reach the east by sailing west across the Atlantic Ocean. This idea was revolutionary and risky. Many thought he was crazy. They laughed at his bold claims and dismissed his ideas. The Earth was thought to be flat. The concept of a spherical Earth was not widely accepted. Undeterred, Columbus sought patronage for his risky venture. He approached many European monarchs but faced rejection after rejection. After years of rejections, Queen Isabella I of Spain agreed to finance his voyage. She saw the potential for immense wealth and power. It was a gamble for both of them. The stakes were incredibly high. Success promised unimaginable wealth and glory. The rewards were beyond anyone's wildest dreams. Failure meant certain death for Columbus and his crew in the vast, uncharted ocean. The risks were enormous. On August 3, 1492, Columbus set sail from Palos de la Frontera, Spain. His journey was about to begin. He commanded 3 small ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. These vessels were his hope for reaching the unknown. With a crew of 90 men, he embarked on a journey that would forever change the course of history. The world was about to witness a monumental discovery. The journey was perilous. Weeks turned into months and the crew's spirits began to wane. The vastness of the Atlantic tested the crew's resolve. Endless waves stretched out before them, a daunting expanse of water. Fear gnawed at their hearts. Each day brought new challenges and uncertainties. Was the Earth flat after all? The age-old question haunted their thoughts. Would they sail off the edge? The fear of the unknown loomed large. Mutiny simmered just below the surface. Columbus, however, remained steadfast. His leadership was their anchor. He drew strength from his unwavering belief. His faith was a beacon in the darkness. He calmed his frightened crew, quelling their doubts with promises of riches and glory. His words were a lifeline. He scanned the horizon, searching for any sign of land. Every day was a test of patience and hope. Then, on October 12, 1492, a lookout cried, "Tierra! Tierra! Land!" The cry echoed through the ship. After 10 long weeks at sea, they had reached an island in the Bahamas. Relief and joy washed over them. Columbus named it San Salvador, claiming it for Spain. It was a moment of triumph. Though he believed he had reached the East Indies, Columbus had stumbled upon something far greater, a new world. His discovery would change the course of history. He had opened the door to the Americas, a vast continent unknown to Europeans. The world would never be the same again. Columbus was greeted by the native inhabitants, the Taino people. They were a gentle and generous people who welcomed the newcomers with open arms. They shared their food, their culture, and their land. Columbus, blinded by his quest for gold and riches, saw the Taino through a different lens. He saw them as simple savages, ripe for exploitation. He claimed their land for Spain and saw them as a source of labor. Despite his misguided perceptions, Columbus was awestruck by the beauty of this new world. He wrote in his journal of lush forests, exotic birds, and plants never seen before. He encountered new cultures vastly different from his own. His voyages continued. He explored the Caribbean islands including Cuba and Hispaniola, present-day Haiti and the Dominican Republic. He established the first Spanish colony in the Americas, ushering in an era of European colonization. Section 4. The Exchange Seeds of Change. Columbus's voyages ignited a firestorm of change. They sparked the Columbian Exchange, a massive transfer of plants, animals, culture, and unfortunately, diseases between the eastern and western hemispheres, forever altering the course of history. Europe was introduced to new foods like tomatoes, potatoes, corn, and chocolate, which became staples. These crops transformed European agriculture and cuisine, enriching diets. The horse brought from Europe revolutionized transportation and warfare for Native Americans, changing their way of life. The exchange of knowledge and ideas flowed both ways, fostering innovation. European printing technology reached the Americas, spreading information. Native American agricultural practices influenced European farming, enhancing productivity. The world was becoming increasingly interconnected, blending cultures. However, this exchange had a dark side, bringing devastating consequences. Section 5. Shadows in Paradise, A Clash of Worlds. The arrival of Europeans had catastrophic consequences for the indigenous populations of the Americas. They carried with them diseases like smallpox, measles, and influenza, to which Native Americans had no immunity. Millions perished in devastating epidemics. Entire civilizations were decimated. The once vibrant cultures of the Americas were shattered by disease, warfare, and enslavement. Columbus, driven by greed and a sense of European superiority, enslaved the Taino people. He forced them to work in gold mines and on plantations. His brutal treatment of the indigenous populations set a tragic precedent for the centuries of exploitation that followed. The clash of worlds triggered by Columbus's voyages had unleashed unimaginable suffering upon the indigenous people of the Americas. Section 6. Hero or Villain? A legacy in question. Columbus's legacy is deeply complex and contested. He is celebrated as a visionary explorer who opened up the Americas to the world. He is honored with statues, holidays, and his name adorns cities and institutions. However, he is also condemned as a brutal conqueror who enslaved and exploited native populations. His voyages marked the beginning of colonialism, a system that brought centuries of suffering to indigenous people worldwide. Was Columbus a hero or a villain? The answer is not simple. He was a product of his time, a man driven by ambition, greed, and a belief in European superiority. His story challenges us to confront the complexities of history and to acknowledge the dark side of exploration and discovery. Section 7. The Universe of History, Embracing Complexity. History is not a simple tale of heroes and villains. It is a vast and nuanced tapestry, woven from countless threads of human experience, each contributing to the grand narrative in its own unique way. To truly grasp the essence of history, we must delve into its layers, understanding the context and the myriad perspectives that shape it. To understand history, we must embrace its complexity. This means recognizing the interconnectedness of events and the diverse voices that have contributed to our collective past. Columbus's story reminds us that even the most celebrated figures can have a dark side. His voyages, while groundbreaking, also brought suffering and exploitation to indigenous populations. It compels us to look beyond the traditional narratives and to acknowledge the perspectives of those who have been marginalized and silenced. By doing so, we gain a fuller, more accurate picture of our past. As we explore the universe of history, let us do so with open minds and compassionate hearts. Let us be willing to question and to learn, to challenge our assumptions and to grow. Let us learn from the past, both its triumphs and its tragedies, so that we can build a more just and equitable future for all. By understanding where we have come from, we can better navigate where we are going. The journey of understanding, like the voyage of Columbus, is ongoing. It is a continuous process of discovery and reflection. It demands that we keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep striving for a more complete and inclusive understanding of our shared human story. Only then can we truly appreciate the richness and diversity of our collective heritage.